Hey guys, and welcome to Code&Gamology. Today we're gonna make a game dedicated to my puppy, Fiffy. Okay, so first I want to tell you this is a long game. So we are going to want to start to divide it up because this is gonna take a long time. Today we're making the first part, which we are just uploading the sprites, drawing them, and all that stuff. While the second day we're actually coding. And then the last day, we're just going to be finishing up, like as a finish upper, we're going to be like drawing the backgrounds and stuff. Okay, now let me show you how it works. I'm going to click instructions because I don't know how to play and pretend I don't know how to play. Okay, to go right, that to go down, left, that to go up. Okay, play. Loading, loading, why do I have to load? Loading, loading. Hop on and join me to my adventures. Piece of bark. No, and a hot dog, jump! Bone appetite. Oh, okay. Leap of faith. Boing. Oh, I almost died. A cave? Cave. Okay, I'm gonna jump over this wire. Jump, 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 jump. You made it! Woohoo! You made it! Boing, boing, boing. Yay, you did it! Please love plus faith. Okay. Now we're gonna see what happens when you lose. Okay, I don't know how to play again. I forgot. Okay, go right, go left, jump. Okay. Tips, faith plus star. Loading, please wait. What? I just lost all my other stars. Okay, that's better. Hop on and join me to my adventures, which is gonna fail. Piece of, let's say, it's not cake. Okay, I'm not gonna jump. Yeah, die. I'm a hot dog. I'm a hot dog. A dog over. What? I dogged over? What's that mean? Well, game over. Anyways. Okay, now let's get to make the first part. Okay, now let's begin the fun part. We are going to just simply do like all the costumes for part 1. Now let's do it. So you can add a picture of your main character or anything. Like if your main character is a cat or a human, just add a picture here. This is gonna be like the end game or something. It's just basically what you call it, like what happens at the end of the game. Now this one, many people are gonna go like, wow, that's good. It looks like Scratch's thing. Yeah, Scratch makes it exactly the same way. Now let's see, if you want to make something like our previous video, Flappy Bird, I was really struggling to get these words by dragging out the scratch blocks, but who knew? You can just type Flappy Bird and then exclamation mark and then just have that duplicated. Remember, take these steps slowly. And then just simply fill it with a color that you like. Like I'm gonna do orange. That orange looks good. Now it looks very bad right now, but it will look better. So like that. There we go. A good Flappy Bird. Remember to group them. Boom. You got a okay Flappy Bird. I guess you can say it's okay. But this takes a lot of adjusting until you find something you like. Like, you see, this is okay. Yeah, this looks, until you get that 3D effect or an effect that you like, don't stop. Okay, so that's how I got my Wonder Fifi's adventures. Now, when we start the game, you'll see. You see that you have to have the main character's face in the middle or not on the right or left, or make sure they don't block instructions or play. The next one is going to be play. Now for playing, we might want to add kind of a 3D effect. So I'm just going to go and get a white character. Actually, I'm still slopping a flop. And then I'm going to make it wipe. And then just make it kind of good. There. So how do I get this effect? So actually, it's just trying to get hang of this. But try to align these two first. And then move it slightly bit left. That's a 3D effect. Okay, I'm gonna do the same for instructions. But I'm gonna make it an orange this time. Oh, this is not orange. And then you can just have it make the same place and then here. Oh, that's a bit make sure you don't make it go like too left like I just did. Yeah, I just did that. Okay, now loading, please wait. You're gonna wanna leave a lot of space between tips, fave plus star, and loading, please wait, because you're gonna need to put some loading signal in between them. You'll see later. Now you'll see it actually now. So we're making this kind of rolling around effect. It just makes it look like it's actually loading. When we put it like the sun and this loading thing on here, it's gonna look like it's really loading. So you're gonna make sure you wanna have some circles and then make sure that this orangey red planet has a full orbit around the sun. Yeah, about space. If it can get a full orbit, that's good. Make sure it moves slowly. Okay, now that we are at our Fiffy or our player, you're probably wondering, how do I draw a dog and stuff? Yeah, how do you do it? If you're not an artist like me, you're going to want to go to the Sprite library and pick an animal or anything you want. So I pick the dog. Oh, there it is. And then you just kind of add your own touch to it. But if you are an artist, you can probably start out at scratch with nothing. Anyways, like I'm just gonna modify to show you how. So like I'm gonna get the scratch cat. How do you add your own touch? You can give it creepy eyes and stuff. Oh, tail. And then you can add your own touch to make its leg kind of pointy or like not so pointy, and then you can just kind of like experiment until you get something you like. Now let's go to our next one. So again, this is another one that's hard. Just get these copies, copy, and copy, and just paste it in a dog statement here. How did I get this dog, you're probably wondering. It's actually identical to Fiffy. You go and surround him and then copy and then group and then all that blah 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 and then put him here, and then you can have him say something like the instructions. But another part is probably wondering how it's walking. So you just simply move its legs. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, our next one. This is the part where you'll probably want to memorize some things or just write them down and stuff, because you're gonna have to plan out for the future. Like if I'm saying, okay, right now fire is bad and then water is good and all that stuff, and then you're gonna say that, well, if it is fire. Like, if it is fire, then say no. So it's basically meaning that you're going to want to chart out for the future. Like, chart out the stuff that's bad, good, for part 3 in our lesson for this game. And then you can, like, use them, draw these pictures. So, for example, I had to plan out, okay, fire is bad. And then I wrote these words, and then I draw fire. Well, if something is good, you just do that, simply. Like in the future, you can look back to it and see if it's good. Now bone. I know some people who aren't really good artists, like I mentioned before. How do I do that? Well, actually do a good heart. And then you just have a heart. You just copy and paste it. Now you can just draw your bone like that. This is a very weird bone, I guess. Right now it looks like two hearts pointing at each other. And then add just a very, 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 very thin line. But you probably don't want it to be so thin, actually. You're going to want it to be maybe big. Oh, yeah, that's big enough. I don't think that's big enough. And then you just do that. Connect these two hearts. And then make them gray. Or any color you actually think will work. Well, I'm going to have a grayish color. A fat bone. Yeah, this one's a fat one. It's a fat bone. So anyways, here's how I got the bone. You're probably wondering how I got the outline now. So we're getting a good outline. Black. There, we got some outline. Black. Some outline. Now I'm going to make it black, black, black. This outline is very thin. It's 8, so we're just going to make it 8. There, outline. Now the outline isn't exactly the shape we want it, so you might want to back up a bit until we don't have this outline. So there's another way of completing this outline. It is drawing your very own outline. Okay, this outline is way too big. I'm going to make it 8. So I have just enough power to go through it. There. We connected one side. We only want to outline the bone. There we go. And not very good drawn bone, but at least this is how I done it with my previous bone. Still looks kind of bad, but yeah. Okay, let's continue. The next one is just getting 3 hearts from the Scratch library. You can add your own very own touch. Like your own touch could be making this pink and purple. Like this could be a good heart. Yeah, it could be. It looks kind of good. Okay, now I'm going to give you a very particular challenge. Is to name these things. Name all our sprites an appropriate name. So here's what you're going to do. I have like 2 things. So you're going to have to create a dog over slide and then make these other things. Okay. Pause this video right here. And then I will show you the answer in just a sec. Okay. So how did I do it? We're going to go here. How did I do this? I'm going to call this the end page. But just to get into the habit of coding, what we're going to want to do is do this. Now, title 2, we're going to follow the front. Now, this is we're going to call it the play. This we're going to call it the instructions. This we're going to call it loading 1. You actually don't need to name it. Loading. It'll come. Loading. Okay, we can have it called loading 1, but I can have it loading 2. Anyways, Fiffy is already a good name. If you watch Godzilla and then you made the main character Godzilla, call that Godzilla or anything. This sprite is gonna call it say how to play. The ground, you can call this whatever you want. So now that I get here, I want to tell you the point. Many people will get confused right at this moment They think this is a background, but this is actually a sprite, okay? I used a sprite. This is where it gets very confusing. It's a sprite, but it's a sprite actually, but it's resembling a backdrop. So I'm making a kind of backdrop. I'm making this called a sprite backdrop or anything. So it's just a sprite that's made big enough to be a backdrop. So I'm going to name this the sprite backdrop. It's basically both. This is going to be bone. For watching, and please like, share, and subscribe. If you like Fiffy, my puppy, follow her IG at Fiffy_the_Shelly. Bye! Thank you!